So I'm making some progress. The fan's in and I've done these top doors, but getting all this, you're supposed to assemble all this gubbins here all in one piece and then sort of drop it in one lump, but it's not a Tamiya kit, it's Kittyhawk, and the prop here that attaches to that when that's glued together, but luckily I always dry fit first, and that does not fit onto there in any way, shape or form, so I've had to file both of those parts there. Let me turn that round to sort of show you. Sorry, it's not glued, so there we go. So that part there has to be filed down. The inside of this I've also filed down so that that will actually fit onto there now. This I've drilled out so that will fit onto there. Then I've got this section which needs to go onto there somehow. That end is supposed to fit onto the fan there, and then if I remember rightly there's another piece somewhere. Here we are. And that will go over the top, so you'll see this shaft coming through, and then hopefully where that ends is where this piece here glues on and fixes on. So rather than glue it all together and glue it on and hope it matches up, I know it won't, so I'm going to do it in sections. So that's the main engine. I mean, most of this isn't going to be seen, it's only going to be what you can see through. Let me show you if I tip it up. There we go. It's just going to be that small hole there with the shaft going through, and these doors will be closed, but I won't glue them, so they can be popped off, lifted up, and you can have a look at the fan or whatever's in there if you want to, but it's not going to be much. I've also noticed these hexagons and this long line that goes right across the fuselage, and then it's got another line going along at right angles. It's not on the real thing, so all that's, apart from that that wavy line at the bottom there, that's all got to be smoothed off. So that's okay. This has got to go, that's got to go. There were some of these little ejector pin nipples there and there, they're all over the place. I think you can see, yeah, there's another one there, another one there. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be there. There's a lot of detail here that shouldn't. But yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff on it that shouldn't be on the real one. So there's going to be a lot of sanding. I'm pretty sure these hexagons shouldn't be there. Those lines definitely are not there. There's nothing here. That's perfectly smooth. I'm not sure about these lines here. I'll have to check. The bays for the wheels are done, so I need to put a little bit of wash in there, but I've seen photos and they are remarkably clean. They're still relatively new and they're kept clean, so they're not going to be that dirty, but I want to paint up. I don't know whether to paint these lines, so I don't think they're wiring, not like that. I think the wiring goes along the sides, So I think I'm just going to use a wash just to bring it out, and then yeah, and then it's a case of putting the intakes in, which are here, and that again is part of the sub assembly. They go along the sides here, and yeah, and I'm still trying to fit some plasticard here to go along the sides here to fill this gap, so you can't see inside because there's nothing. The kit sort of ends here, if you can see it. You can see where the kit ends. The kit ends here for some reason, and then this line is just not here. There's just nothing here. There should be the side of the aircraft here. It should carry on. These are the doors that open to let the nozzle drop out, but here and here you should have sides of the fuselage still that extend to about here, and obviously there should be some sort of brace going across so that you can't see right in to the model from the back and see all the gubbins. But being Kittyhawk, they haven't supplied anything like that. So yeah, so you need to, I've made a plastic donut sort of thing. Hopefully that might go around it and sort of seal it, and if that fails, I think this might be too big, but I've got a big rubber washer which I might be able to cut down, so I've put a few score circles on that so I can trim it down because it's a plain one, but hopefully that will sit in there like that. So yeah, I've got a fair bit of work. Another thing of note is here there's female lugs for the male pins for the wings, but on the wings they're not male, they're female as well. So they're similar to that, and they sit on top of them, and then of course you can't put the wings on. So that's another thing to do. So yeah, a lot of work. So if you're up to it, Ron, you're free to start anytime you want. I'm sure you'll catch me up, but just bear in mind you cannot just put this together. It just won't let you. So bear that in mind. Like I said, there's plenty of videos with all the mistakes and how they dealt with them. I strongly advise you watch one of those before you tackle anything. Good luck then, and I shall check out. Bye bye folks, wish me luck.